Hey there, it's Mitzi. Welcome to my channel. Before I say anything, you probably, if you follow my channel, notice that I'm in a different location. And I am very excited to share that with you, but that's coming in an upcoming video, so stay tuned for that. Today I'm kicking off the summer with one of my favorite challenges of the summer, and that is Sue Jackson's Big Books of Summer Reading Challenge. And this takes place all summer long. The official dates are the weekend of Memorial Day up until Labor Day. And if you participate, you need to let her know, because I think she does a little giveaway for this. So I will leave all the information about this reading challenge and Sue's announcement video and all of those things in the description box so that you can participate and enjoy reading a big book this summer. And you only have to read one big book, and for this challenge, a big book is a book that is 400 pages or longer. So there are books that are a lot longer than that, and I think we all could read at least one book that is 400 pages or longer this summer. And I have a whole stack over here of books. I just pulled a lot of different books off of my shelf that I've been meaning to get to, and I'm going to go through those with you today. And so I'm not saying that I'm going to read all these. There's no way I'll read all of those books, because I have a couple of other summer reading challenges too. But I do want to read at least 2 or 3 of these, and I think I could do that. You know, if I pick one for June, then one for July, and then one for August, that's 3 big books for the summer that I could get read off of my shelf. And a lot of these have been on my shelf for so long, it is time to get to them. So this is just a pile of possibilities. Again, I will not get to all of these books, but I'm going to choose one or more of these books for Sue's Big Books of Summer Reading Challenge. The first one is one that I found at a thrift store not too long ago. I had found the whole, I think it's a trilogy. And the first one in the trilogy is God is an Englishman, and it's by R.F. Delderfield. I know nothing about this book, but it has a beautiful cover. I know that it's kind of shiny, but it has a beautiful cover, and it looked interesting. And the thing that really interested me was because he is compared to Anthony Trollope. It's, if you enjoy reading Anthony Trollope, you'll enjoy his books. And so, of course, I wanted to read it because I do love the way that Anthony Trollope tells a story. This book has about 600 something pages. Let's see, 687 pages. There are 687 pages, so it certainly qualifies for a big book for the summer. So this is one of my options. The next one is the 4th in the James Herriot series. This one is The Lord God Made Them All. I've read the first 3, and I love this series. I just enjoy reading James Herriot's writing about his life as a vet, you know, along the countryside. It's just beautiful writing, and the descriptions of the countryside are beautiful. His relationship with the people in the village are just wonderful too. So I love reading these. So of course I wanted to pull one of these off. In this particular book, we have 423 pages in this edition, so it would qualify as well. The next one is a Kate Morton that I have been meaning to read for a very long time, and it's The Distant Hours. This is a back list of Kate Morton's, and I have her newest that came out last year or the year before, and I'm putting it off because I still have a couple of others I want to read first. So this one is called The Distant Hours, and it is, let's see how many pages, 562 pages in this edition. And it says on the back, let's see, Morton weaves a tale of unknown parentage, family intrigue, and generational secrets that keeps the reader turning pages into the wee hours of the night. So yes, that's what I usually get from a Kate Morton, and so I'm looking forward to this one. She does remind me a little bit of Daphne du Maurier, and I love her work. It's just, she's really great at just sharing all of the, it's almost kind of like how Charles Dickens will have all these characters, and then as you go, you see how they fit together. That's what I've found in most of the books that I've read by Kate Morton, and along with that gothic suspense sort of feel to them like Daphne du Maurier writes. So she's a favorite author, and I can't wait to try this one. Another author that I always love, and this is a super popular one for Rosamund Pilcher, and that is Coming Home. I have meant to read this for the past 2 summers, and I didn't get to it. I think I ended up reading Shell Seekers last year maybe, and I enjoyed that one. But this one's been on my shelf even longer, and this one is over 700 pages. So this is definitely a chunky book that would qualify, and I need to get started on some more Rosamund Pilcher because I do always enjoy her work as well. The next one has 590 pages, so that certainly would qualify. This is Savannah by Eugenia Price. I think this is the start of a duology. It might be a series, but I know that there's a second one because I do have the sequel to this. And I found these, I think I found it at the other one at a little free library. I might have found this one at a little free library, I'm not sure. But of course, Savannah caught my eye because I don't live too far from Savannah, Georgia, and I think that that's what this is based upon, is Savannah, Georgia. I'm not sure, but I think so. It is historical fiction. I do enjoy historical fiction, and if it's set in Savannah, that sounds like a great read for me because I do love Savannah, Georgia. Now this one is super popular, and I know everybody and their grandma has read it but me, and I know that they came out with a movie adaptation, so I need to get on this one. This is A Gentleman in Moscow, and I know I have seen this all over BookTube for years now, so I need to get to this one. But I do think it's over 400 pages, so I thought, well, that'll work. Yeah, 469 pages in this edition, so I could use this one as a big book too. Another one that has been on my list for a very long time, but I keep saying I'm going to save this for Victober, and I'm like, well, maybe I could get to it before, because you know when Victober gets here, which is in October, it's a celebration of Victorian literature, if you're not familiar with that. When Victober gets here, I always have such a list because we do have reading prompts for that, and so I never get to this one. But I do want to get to this cute little copy of Lorna Doone, and it has a lot of pages. It's 646, so this is a lot in this little bitty book, but I do like the feel of this book for some reason, and I've been wanting to read this for a long time. And Lorna Doone is not one I hear a lot about, but I do know that people enjoy it. The ones that I have heard about during Victober that read it, they do enjoy this book. And I think this is historical fiction. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments if you've read Lorna Doone. Now, I put this one on here because it just does make the mark at 439 pages, and this is one I'm going to read this summer. I mean, there's just no doubt, because I love Sarah Sundin. I have read another Sarah Sundin and fell in love with it, and so I immediately picked this one up. I have another Sarah Sundin on my shelf after I finish this one. This one's called A Memory Between Us, and it is the sequel to something about a melody. What was the name of the other one? A Distant Melody. And I loved A Distant Melody, so I can't wait to read this one. And again, it is right at 400 pages, so it does qualify as a big book for summer. Okay, the next one I should have read. I'm ashamed that I have not tried this book. I found this copy at an estate sale, and I thought, I need to read that because it won the Booker Prize, I think, in 2009. And so I need to get to Wolf Hall. And this has been such a popular book ever since it was published, and I can't believe I haven't read it yet. And it's over 500 pages, so it will certainly qualify too. And this is the summer I need to read this one. And then finally, this book is because of Alice from Alice and the Giant Bookshelf. She has this on a shelf behind her in her videos, and every time I watch one of her videos, I think, I need to get to that book. This is one of her all-time favorites, and it's Cloud Cuckoo Land by Anthony Doerr. And I have read All the Light We Cannot See and loved that. I loved the writing in that book, and so I do want to read this, and I found this copy. I think I found this at a little free library or a thrift store. So I mean, I found it super cheap, and I really need to get to it because Alice loves it so much. And Alice and I have very similar taste in our books, especially these kind of books. So I'm excited to try this one. This one has, I think, over 600 pages, so it certainly qualifies too. I mean, you can look at it and see it's a pretty chunky book, but Alice has recommended this so many times on her channel that I know I need to get to this one soon. So that is my pile of possibilities for the big books of summer, and I'm really excited about participating. I think that some of these titles may have a potential place on my favorite books because I've heard great things about all of these books before, and so I'm looking forward to trying these out. I do hope to get to at least 3. I know I won't get all of them, but I hope that I get to at least 3. So let me know in the comments, which book do you think I should pick up first? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.